Welcome into Fremont High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, as we've got a second round special coming up for you. The second-seeded Fremont Silverwolves preparing to take on the 15th-seeded Alta Hawks. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Jeff Hansen. Jeff, this was one of those games when we saw it, we're like, oh yeah, like that's one we got to get out to. Cannot wait for what's in store today on our Game of the Week.
Yeah, this was a game that, hey, in the preseason, both of these two teams had been identified as teams that could be here, that could be ready to make a run. It took Alta a little bit of time to figure it out. They found their offense last week against Roy. Boy, the Hawks looked good. And Fremont, Dan, that offense has looked good all year long. This is a game that could have a lot of points, be a lot of fun to watch.
Could have a lot of points. And Fremont wearing the home blacks, Alta in the road whites. As we are ready to kick off, Alta will receive this opening kick, and we'll get into players and matchups as this game proceeds. But before we kick off, we do want to let you know the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we'll start early, stop it late, as we do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here at Moyes Field. Ready to kick off this second round of the 5A state tournament. The winner to advance to the quarterfinals next week. And on this Halloween, we are underway as this kick into the end zone for the touchback, and Alta will come out to start at their own 20. This Alta team, Jeff, you talked about it, came off a big win against Roy. Week 10, they lost a close one to Brighton. They fought back in that game. It's been a tough year for Alta, 4-7. They had a lot of expectations. They've had injuries, different things they've had to battle through this year. But it feels like the last couple weeks of the season, they got a win against Viewmont. They were right there with Brighton. They had the win against Roy in the first round. It feels like they're maybe playing their best ball of the year right now.
Yeah, I think so. And it starts with the quarterback and Tucker Brown. He has found his footing as a passer. He's getting Evan Morton involved. He's getting Trevin Fabrizio involved. This offense has become really dynamic over these last few weeks of the season, and especially last week to open the playoffs. We knew Tucker Brown was going to be able to throw the ball all over the place, and we're starting to see that come to fruition these last few weeks.
He'll start in the shotgun here and hand off on this first down play. A first down run for Alta. It's Lucas Pagel with the carry, able to pick up about 5.
And Pagel's another big part of this, that when that ground game is going for Alta, then everything gets a little bit easier for Tucker Brown. This is an aggressive Fremont defense. They like to bring pressure from that linebacker spot. They're bigger than you think up front. They're physical. Get some ground game, give Tucker Brown some breathing room.
They'll stay on the ground here on second down as Pagel again there with the run. That ball came out, and Fremont saying they have it. And yes, they do. The Silverwolves get an early stop as it was Riker Shepard, the senior linebacker, coming in to recover the fumble, and it's first down Fremont.
Well, we talked about it, Dave. We talked about that Fremont defense. They are aggressive, especially up front from those linebackers. First drive of the game, second play, they're stripping the ball. They're doing everything they can, and it's Riker Shepard who comes up with that big turnover, the big fumble recovery. Sets up Manase Tuatagaloa with a short field.
Man, you talk about this Fremont offense, Jeff, and how good it's been. Tuatagaloa, he's been fantastic this year. They've got a great target with Moa on the outside as Tuatagaloa here keeps the first down run. He's got a first down as he takes us ahead for a gain of 12.
Tuatagaloa has been such a productive runner all season long. You saw it on full display there. He has the ability to just tuck his shoulder in and go. His helmet did pop off here, so he's going to have to come off for a play. Calvin Cooper is the backup quarterback who will come in.
I was going to say, this is probably one where you'd see them run the football, but it's an empty backfield here on 1st and 10 for Cooper. He'll throw a screen, and this is Slade Parker. We did not mention him, so he's going to reverse the field here. He gets a block inside the 10, 5, touchdown Fremont. Not the way it was designed, but Slade Parker able to make a great decision and runs it in from 19 for the touchdown.
Dan, I don't know if that pass was technically behind the line of scrimmage or a backwards pass. That might be a run in the books. But hey, that's the backup quarterback coming in. Manase Tuatagaloa, that's a touchdown pass in our hearts for Calvin Cooper. And Slade Parker, man, he did the heavy lifting on that. His vision to see where that hole was, to cut back, and then just use straight speed to get into the end zone. Great run after the catch for Slade Parker.
Great start there for Fremont. They get the turnover, the touchdown, and the point after. It is 7-0. Silverwolves starting off strong here at home in the second round of the 5A state playoffs. Of course, Alta High School, we stream a lot of Alta games here on KSLSports.com, and although it is our game of the week, since it's Alta, we want to give a lot of shout-outs to our Alta sponsors who make streams here on KSLSports.com possible, including carvers from first dates to celebrations. Carver Steaks and Seafood sets the table for life's best moments. Prime steaks, fresh seafood, and service that makes you feel like family. Locally owned in Sandy. Visit Carver's for your next special occasion.
We've had great sponsors. All year long,
Great
we've had
sponsors.
great sponsors here supporting the network. Make it possible for us to do what we get to do.
That's right. And a lot of these sponsors of programs are helping their programs continue to grow and helping the young men in their programs to grow. As Fremont set to kick off here for the second time, and this one, little pooch kick near side. Got to be gathered off the bounce. And looking for some space up the middle, as this is Bear Turner still on his feet. Turner across the 40-yard line. Nice return there for Bear. He's got a couple Bears on this Alta team.
Yeah, great return from Bear to try to claw back some momentum after the early turnover. Really a great tackle by Cam Graves for Fremont there. If he doesn't make that tackle, Turner probably takes that to the house.
Yeah. So second drive here for Alta. The first one had the turnover. As I mentioned, Tucker Brown. Good year for him. 66% completion percentage, 20 touchdowns, over 2,000 yards passing. As he will hand off here again. Boy, big hit in the backfield as Pagel can't get away from Riker Shepard. The linebacker came bursting through angry for Fremont.
Not a bad start to the game for Riker Shepard. He's 3 plays into his linebacker spot. He's already got a fumble recovery and a tackle for loss. Talk about how aggressive these linebackers are coming off the edge for Fremont, and you see it on full display with number 4 in the early going.
A loss of 2 there. And make it 2nd and 12. We talk about this Alta passing attack, and they've got a couple targets downfield, including Evan Morton. As Tucker Brown back, set to throw here, now trying to buy some time. Trying to find an option. There's a flag coming in here on the scramble, and this one, Jeff, I think probably coming back.
Yeah, I think so. That's the challenge as an offensive lineman. When your when your quarterback, rather, when he starts getting out of the pocket and rushing, those defenders, they see that. They know where the quarterback's going. When they try to leave, you've got to disengage. A lot of holding calls get picked up there, and it looks like that's what this is going to be for Alta.
That was the case, so we'll back Alta up even further. We'll replay 2nd down. And it'll be 2nd and 22 here for Alta. This is kind of crazy. Yeah, we're going to wait. I've got something that might, Jeff, it might blow your mind.
Blow my mind already, huh?
Yeah, well, that's why we're going to wait. We got a lot of football left we need you around here for. Brown. This is Morton. Tripped up, but nice gain there. Able to pick up about 5 yards on the reception.
And Evan Morton has really come on strong for Alta this year. Kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think we had him picked as going to be one of the top wide receivers in this offense. But, man, he has been really, really good. When he gets going, he's really tough to defend for any defense.
He's over 1,000 yards receiving now. Came in at 994. Actually, no, he's not. He's at 999 right now. He's a yard shy. He'll get it. 3rd and 17. Looking for Bear Strong. Caught it. Well, no, not caught. Was in the hands, but boy, he got hit good. Boy, what a shot by Tristan Mann, the senior defensive back coming in to separate the football, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that is what Tristan Mann is known for on this Fremont defense. He brings the lumber every time he steps onto the field. I mean, that was a completion, and then Tristan Mann, he takes care of it with that pass breakup just based off of sheer force.
And that's a clean hit, right?
Absolutely.
They've done a lot to really clean up big hits like that. That's very well played by this Fremont defense as this punt away. Caught at the 28. Oh, nice shifty move there. Bit of a return here for Fremont. It's Alessi Moa across, up to midfield. Good field position for this Silverwolf offense.
You know, pretty good punt by Alta, and honestly, pretty good punt coverage as well. But when you're punting to a 5-star guy in Alessi Moa, even the most innocuous plays can be big-time plays. Alessi Moa shows off what Tennessee sees in him. All the shiftiness, all that speed, and all that burst. And now Fremont takes over right at midfield.
And you see he can take what looks like nothing and turn it into something pretty quickly for Fremont. He's going to be a load for this secondary to try to match up with. His second possession here of the game for the Silverwolves. Starting in midfield. Empty backfield here for Tua Tagovailoa. Alta showing pressure. Boy, maybe a bit of a flinch as they'll throw this out into the flat. And Slade Parker turned upfield, but a flag coming in here. And this is, I think, going to come back for Fremont.
Yeah, I think this one will come back, and it looked like, I don't know if this will be a block of the back or a hold, but it was well behind the play. Looked like an unnecessary play, and it is a hold.
Holding the call against the Wolves.
That'll set the Fremont offense back. Big break for this Alta defense. Look, if this Alta defense is going to contain Celesi Moa in this passing attack for Fremont, they're going to have to find a way to speed things up for Manasa Tuatagaloa. He understands this offense so well. He's grown up with it his entire life, quite literally. If you can get pressure and make him make some quick decisions, then maybe you could get an extra possession here if you're Alta.
Maybe the play that this Alta defense needs is designed run here to Tagovailoa. Now he'll kind of forward toss this back to Parker. Usually you don't see that in that situation, but Tua Tagovailoa able to get it over to Parker. He's going to pick up a couple.
Yeah, that's one of those plays there that you got to know the offense. Manase knows where everybody's going to be. I don't think that was meant to be an option run. Sort of accidentally happened that way. Great job by the Alta defense to stay with it on that broken play. Maintain your lanes, maintain your discipline, get the stop.
Second down. Trying to get this on the outside. Moa looking for a block, able to cut through. Nice gain there for Celesi Moa. Across midfield.
And take a look at the replay here at Celesi Moa. His ability to just get that ball in space and then go and make something happen. It doesn't take a whole lot for him to find a way to make a big play. And now you go from 2nd and 16 to it's 3rd and medium here for the Silverwolves.
It's one where, this Fremont offense, they've had to find other ways to get their run game going. Cade Hadley was the starter and not going today for Fremont, and so got to find other ways to kind of mimic a running game. You can do that with other backs, but also getting the ball to Moa in space. Is Tua Tagovailoa here. He's got a lane. He's got the first down, spins out of one tackle and down at the 32. Good run there for Celesi Moa, for Tua Tagovailoa.
Great read by Tua Tagovailoa here to pull that ball, keep it, and then it's just his sheer athleticism that does the rest. And it looks like Fremont's going to get on the ball quick and try to go fast.
They'll throw this outside for Burton. Taggart able to pick up about 7.
And Dane, I think you hit the nail on the head. Without Cade Hadley, this rushing attack looks a little bit different. Those short passes become an extension of that run game, and it's on full display here.
Yeah, they've really hit those regularly. Here's another one, is Parker looking for a lane. We'll take it to the 25, gain of just 1.
We talk about Alta, hey, get some pressure, speed things up. That's what this quick passing game does, completely neutralizes that really good pass rush by Alta.
And again, staying with tempo here. We saw them early, and they love to go in tempo. 5 wide here on 3rd and 2. Tua Tagovailoa thought about throwing it into the flattened space, but then was going to try to run this Alta defense swarming, able to tackle him for a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, and there were a handful of guys in. I think it's Liam Rowley who ends up getting credit for the sack. Big number 9 comes off that defensive end spot. And there it is. If you could slow them down just enough, then you've got a chance. It's kind of a tricky spot. Fourth down. Fremont's going to go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 5, and a timeout here coming in from the sideline. Alta wanting to make sure they got everyone kind of good to go here. While we have a timeout, we'll actually take a quick break. Step aside. We'll be back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, the second round of the 5A state playoffs.
Get the latest Nordica skis and boots at the best ski shop in Utah, the Lift House. For over 25 years, Tiburon Fine Dining has been one of Utah's premier restaurants. Their award-winning, contemporary American cuisine in a warm and friendly setting makes for the perfect night out. Make your next night out special at Tiburon Fine Dining.
Welcome back. My apologies. It was actually an injury on the play. Bear Turner was a little slow to get up, and now we'll get the timeout. So, yeah, hey, why not? While we have a timeout, we'll mention a couple of other sponsors that have been sponsoring Alta High football, including Alsco uniforms. Under the lights and in the hearts of our community, this game and all Alta games this year have been brought to you by Alsco uniforms, locally owned and operated, and proudly serving our hometown for over 135 years. From the first whistle to the final play, we keep teams and businesses looking their best with Alsco's uniforms. It pays to keep clean. And after a couple of opportunities to think about it, now Fremont coming out here lining up for a 44-yard field goal, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot, and Fremont has had some ups and downs in the kicking game this year.
On the kick for Fremont, number 7, Cam Graves.
Cam Graves certainly has the leg to make this kick from about, 44 yards out.
Kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is true. Graves able to hit that one from 44 yards, makes it 10-0 Fremont.
Well, it always looks like the right decision when it pans out, right? Coach Tua Tagovailoa gets a moment to see and see what Alta's going to do defensively. Says, hey, no, I'm going to trust my guy to make this long field goal. And Graves had a touchdown-saving tackle on kick coverage a drive ago. Now he comes up with a big converted field goal. That's a good kick. That's a long kick.
Long kick, and certainly got under that one, right? Yeah. Lifted it, had good lift and enough distance on it. But look, if you're Alta's defense, that's a good stop,
that's
right? Because they ended up having, 2nd and 2, and you end up getting them in a 4th and 5 and end up just conceding the 3. But this is where you got to get that offense in rhythm here and stay on schedule, right? Like the penalty really kind of hurt that last one, and see if they can get righted here on their 3rd drive of the game. Have one touchback and one returnable, and this will be deep in the end zone for no return.
You always have to be on your toes when Fremont's lined up for a kick. We've already seen it here. They've had one kick right at the goal line to force a return. They have the little pooch kick.
We can go back to week 1.
Yeah,
the pooch kick worked for a first down for Fremont.
You can't take special teams as a break, because Fremont, they're looking to exploit it every time they line up.
So Alta starting here at their own 20. And the field position has certainly been skewed in favor of Fremont as Hawks on the ground here, hit at the line of scrimmage. Just not a lot of room there for Pagel to run. No gain.
And it's Landon Palmer comes down from that safety spot, lays down the big hit. This Fremont defense has been all over the Alta rushing attack these last couple of drives.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room underneath, because even the couple of throws that we've seen Alta make, they've been kind of 5-7 yards, and it's been defender right there. There's a good throw. Caught, first down for Alta, as the reception made by Fabrizio has it up to the 35-yard line.
And you see it right there when Tucker Brown gets an opportunity to plant his feet and deliver a good ball when he has time. His wide receivers are going to be open, and Fabrizio there moves the chains.
We talk about this offense. It has had more success through the air this year. It's been where their strength has been, and trailing here by 10, would expect them to be able to still obviously be true to the run game, but expect them to try to get that air attack going here and help get Tucker Brown back in rhythm.
Yeah, I think so. That really is the strength. The receivers and the quarterback are the strength of this Alta team. They've got to keep Fremont honest defensively, because that's an aggressive defense. They like to jump routes and try to force those big plays. So they've got to stay true to the run game.
The thing you do have to be careful of is you've got Moa and Slade Parker at safety, so you don't want to challenge them too much, right? That intermediate passing game probably going to be critical as Alta staying on the ground here on 2nd down. And Pagel there with the carry for about 4, maybe 5 yards, up a 3rd and short.
And number 44, Christensen on the tackle. He just held on for dear life as that running back started to pull him along. Good run by Alta, sets up a 3rd and manageable here for the Hawks.
This is where you can actually do quite a few things. You can run the football, maybe a screen or something short. I looked for that hard count there. Fremont able to stay away from any infraction. They'll go on the ground and will pick up 2 yards, but needed 3. And boy, 4th and 1 here. What do you do, Jeff?
Well, the way that Fremont has been able to move offensively, I think if you're at a 4th and short like this, I have a hard time not feeling confident that I could gain 2 yards. Because I think you're going to have to take advantage of these opportunities, the way that Fremont could score.
Well, they look like they agree with you. Everyone in tight here. 4th and 1. Pagel needs the 45 and gets it. Boy, good stretch there from Lucas Pagel, the junior, able to pick up the 1st down here for Alta.
And Alta brings in number 77, big Viliami Nusi on that offensive line.
Ooh, and Bear Strong here, slow to get up. That is not a player you want to see down for Alta, and he does not look optimistic. Kind of shook his head there as trainers come out and have a look. We're going to step aside here. Quick break as Bear Strong here down for Alta. We'll be back. You're watching the 2nd round of the 5A state playoffs on KSLSports.com.
Have you ever wanted to get $2,000 more for your trade-in? Well, now you can with the power of 3. 1. Go to kbb.com or kellybluebook.com. 2. Put your VIN number and your miles in and get the value on your vehicle. And 3. Get into Generous Auto in the Sandy Southtown Auto Mall where we're giving you $2,000 more than KBB for your trade-in. GenerousAuto.com, Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, creating smiles for miles.
Welcome back. Bear Strong had to hop off after that play. But it is a 1st down here for Alta. Thanks to Lucas Pagel. He'll run here on 1st down. Contact at the line of scrimmage. Couple of Silverwolves there, including, I think, Braden Garcia might have been the first Silverwolf there on the tackle.
And this front 7 right now for Fremont, they are just playing so well. The defensive lineman, that one right there was Jack Masters. And Fremont runs right at him. The defensive ends are doing such a good job of controlling the edge and letting those linebackers come up and make plays in the run game. It's tough.
5 wide here for Alta on 2nd down. Brown gets this ball out quickly, caught by Pagel, hit immediately, but a pickup of 6 there on the reception. Tackle made by Moa.
And that's what I'd like to see more of from this Alta offense right now, is more of that quick passing game. I think that plays to Tucker Brown's strength, and I think that as aggressive as this Fremont defense is playing, that can help slow them down just a half step.
Set up a 3rd and short here. And Alta's done a much better job on this drive staying on schedule, right?
Yes.
2nd mediums, 3rd and shorts. See if they can convert here again. And Pagel to the right. They'll give to him. Good blocking up front. Big hole there for Lucas as he takes this to the 35-yard line, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, great job by Pagel to find that hole, and great job by the offensive line for Alta. They opened up a big seam, and that was the easiest run that Pagel's had today. Quick read, and he gets downfield quickly, moves the chains.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of surprised Alta has been this deliberate with the run game today, but hey, I mean, it feels like it's building some confidence right now for them.
Yeah, I think so, and it makes sense. You mentioned Moa and Parker in the defensive secondary. That's tough. If you can get that ground game going, that'll help.
Little play action. They're going to take a shot deep, wide open. Caught at the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Alta, but there is a penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage, and this looks like it might be an ineligible receiver downfield.
I think you're right. That is going to be the call here, and it was just I think an offensive lineman that just leaked downfield. He wasn't engaged in a block. Just the play took a little bit longer than he expected to develop. But the refs are going to talk about it. It was close.
The official near side threw that flag very quickly, and he was pretty emphatic coming in. And yeah, indeed, this. Oh, no, they do. They wave it off. Boy, they'd come back to, spot the football, so I thought they were going to call it, but the official there waving it off. The touchdown is good.
Now that's a huge break for Alta. And a great ball by Tucker Brown. And it goes, and now, hey, look, Alta right back in this game. Just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. That's the kind of break that the Hawks need. And a good job by the refs to talk through that, make sure they get that call right. And they're going to let those points stand.
Point after try here for the Hawks to pull it to within 3 is good. So Alta gets the response they needed. A touchdown with 2 to go, and it's 10-7 Fremont leading. It's Tucker Brown to Breck Warren from 35 yards out for the Axio EV Alta touchdown. Well, I love that play call there, Jeff, right? Like we see them run and run and run, and then great time to call that. And you actually had 2 receivers in the air.
I was a little nervous of who was going to be the guy to go up and get it, that they might get their own pass breakup. But yeah, had 2 guys open, and one guy goes down and makes that play. Warren comes down with the touchdown. Really a great ball by Tucker.
And the response that Alta needed,
Absolutely.
right? You go down 10-0, you got to get a drive, you got to get some confidence going. They do, and absolutely fantastic throw and great play.
And it's going to give their defense a chance. If you could go down and you could do what you need to do on kick coverage here, give their defense a chance to have a long field for the first time today.
Yep. Parker and Mann back to return. And their services will not be needed here into the end zone for the touchback. Fremont will start at their own 20.
And the first time that we've seen, like I say, a long field for this Fremont offense. When they get those short fields and those sudden change in momentum, they like to go to tempo. But when we've seen them have these long fields all season long, Dane, they'll be a little bit more methodical with their drives. They'll lean on the run game a little bit more. Curious to see what kind of adjustments they make as an offense.
Fremont will start here. Taylor Graham in the backfield. He's been one of the backs that they've called upon since Hadley has been out, and they will run it with Graham here on first down. Looking for a hole on the right side of that line, able to take it ahead for a gain of 8. Nice run there for Graham.
Yeah, great run by Graham, and a really good call out before the snap by Tua Tagovailoa. He saw where Cole Albrecht was coming off the pressure. He called out that hole. That's right where Graham followed. Was able to pick up 8.
Second and short here for Fremont. They'll go empty again for Tua Tagovailoa. Quick throw out with Burton. He's got the 30-yard line. First down there for Fremont.
Such a difficult assignment for this Alta defense. The way that Fremont spreads you out and moves get that ball out quickly, you have to be sure tacklers. If you miss tackles, it's big plays. Great job by Alta.
Boy, and that time, Alta's subbing out everyone on that defensive front, trying to keep fresh bodies up front for their D-line as contact after Burton had gone out of bounds. Vicious knocked him over, no penalty there. The Fremont bench was making an indication like they would have wanted one there.
They wanted the flag there. Man, just look at Tua Tagovailoa's control. That RPO, that's dangerous.
He'll run this one. And boy, is met there by Liam Rowley. 6'4" senior defensive end. That size on display on that play.
Well, when number 9's going well, that's when Alta has been able to slow Fremont down. Huge part in controlling this run game, controlling Tua Tagovailoa.
So inside the final minute of this opening quarter. Bring up a 3rd and 1 here for Fremont. Trip to the top of the screen. Graham in the backfield. Tua Tagovailoa being flushed. Gets out of one tackle. No, does not. And then smothered and brought down. Sacked on the play. And that was led by big number 9, Liam Rowley.
When Rowley gets there, good things happen for the Alta defense. There he was on a huge 3rd and 1. He and a bunch of his Alta teammates able to get Tua Tagovailoa down and bring the punt team on for the first time today for the Silverwolves.
And they do not have to kick this. I would guess they may elect to wait. And yes, they will. Oh, wow. No. I thought that was cleanly after the horn sound, but this takes a huge Alta bounce. And going to be down to the 26-yard line. Boy, Alta set up after just a punt that is not what Fremont was looking for.
No,
wow.
Just a huge break for the Hawks. I was with you. I thought that play happened after the quarter had ended. And then the punt just goes off the side of the punter's foot, then gets an Alta bounce. That's a huge break for the Hawks.
End of the first quarter. 10-7, Fremont in front, but Alta just on the doorstep of the red zone when we come back.
Hoof and Vine is a modern American steakhouse. With premium cuts of beef, sustainably farmed poultry and seafood, plus house-made desserts, there is something for everyone. Create an evening to remember at Hoof and Vine.
Ready to start our second quarter. Want to thank some of our Alta sponsors once again, including the Lift House and Nordica, your gateway to the Wasatch Mountains. Come check out the Lift House for all of your skiing interests and wants. 1st and 10 for Alta at the 26-yard line. It's coming near side, and that Fremont defense quick, able to limit it to no gain.
Yeah, really well done by the Fremont defense to string that play out. Evan Morton, when he gets down with a full head of steam, he is fast and tough to bring down. But Fremont did a good job staying disciplined, staying in their run lanes, keep that for no gain.
2nd down. Quick throw, Fabrizio. Around a blocker, pushed out of bounds.
Sets up a big 3rd down for this Alta offense. You've got to find 6. You want to find the end zone when you get that fortuitous punt in this field position. But it's now a 3rd and long. This is a tough spot to be.
Yeah. Got to get to the 16. Pick up the first. Five wide here for Brown. Good pocket, now running out of room, gonna step up, and Brown able to pick up a couple there on 3rd down. It'll be a 4th and 6 here.
4th and just long enough to make you think about it, but I would think Alta goes for the kick here. Great job by Fremont's Jack Masters on that play. As Tucker Brown steps up into the pocket, Masters just keeps going. He doesn't give up on that play, and he's able to come from behind and pick up a big tackle.
So they're going to line up here, try to tie this game up. Will be a 39-yard field goal for Alta. This kick is up, and it is good. Boy, that had good distance behind it. We are tied up thanks to the 39-yard field goal from the Hawks. 10 apiece here in the second round of the 5A state playoffs.
That could have been good from 60. That had some mustard to it. I mean, there's the track. I don't know how big is a football field behind I don't know. But the track is seemingly forever away, multiple first
I'm
downs.
Guess 20 yards to the crest. Would you agree with that?
And I think that he had that track easily.
I would agree with that.
That was impressive. And with his left foot even.
Is that added bonus?
Try to do it with your left foot. I don't think that's
there
gonna
are
go very
left-footed
well.
kickers, you know.
I mean, I know, but.
Just so you know, I have Jeffs across the state waiting for me to blow your mind. I've gotten texts from other Jeffs who are like,
oh, no.
Bring it.
Well, is it time?
Well,
Are you going to keep me on my toes?
you know what? After this kick, here we go. After the kick, we'll try to blow your mind. This one will be returnable. From near his old goal line up to the 22. All right, here we go, Jeff. You know, do you want to take a guess the last time these two teams played?
1991.
No,
Never.
more recent than that.
Oh, wow.
2014
My mind isn't blown anymore.
in the 5A state playoffs on Halloween.
Oh.
10/31, 2014 was the
Okay.
last time these two teams played. And here we are in the 5A playoffs on Halloween once again, 11 years later.
That's spooky.
I mean, that's crazy, isn't it?
That's spooky.
I thought that was kind of fun. Fremont starting this drive at their own 22. They throw it out near side as Burton here able to take this up to about the 27-yard line.
I mean, that play, it feels like that's just as a quick play and that Alta gets there quick, but Burton's able to gain 5-6 yards, call it 6 yards on first down.
Second down, they'll go to Burton again. Little screen plays, got the first, spun around one, tackle, and forced out hard to the 41, but he was still in play there. Nice pickup there.
Great job by Burton. You know, one thing that makes Celesi Moa such a special player is it doesn't have to go to him. He is the lead blocker on these quick passes out to Burton, and he's springing these big plays.
They'll run it. Looking up that right side here on the carry by Chase Blanche. The senior able to pick up 3.
Good job by Benjamin Wallenberg on the tackle. He's able to shed his blocker and make that tackle, keep it at 3 yards. It's a big stop on first down.
And that screen kind of bounced. I was going to say hopped, but hit the turf en route to Moa, incomplete.
3rd and 7 for the Wolves.
3rd and 7. I mean, obviously you got to move the ball downfield a little bit.
Tuatagaloa going to step up. He's got some room in front across midfield. First down and more. Manasseh Tuatagaloa still on his feet here. Boy, Houdini, I don't know how he got it out of that tackle. Great run there by Tuatagaloa across midfield. It's first down, Fremont.
Now that was fun to watch. You saw on second down, quarterback and head coach, father, son, they're kind of getting into it a little bit. The double move has been there.
That pass incomplete, intended there for Burton.
Nate Tuatagaloa wanted Manasseh Tuatagaloa. Coach wanted quarterback to look at that double move. It was there 3 consecutive plays, and then the one time that Manasseh was ready to throw it, Alta had it defended, and that was the big long run. We're moving fast now, Dan.
Yes, we are. Second down, Tuatagaloa. Gonna step up, has Moa taking a shot, got him! Touchdown, Fremont! We talked about it does not take much for Celesi Moa to strike, and he does here for 6.
He's just so fast. He's such a difficult cover. Manasseh Tuatagaloa does a great job of just letting him get downfield, create some space, and then all you got to do is put it down there. He'll go make the play. Great job by Celesi Moa to pull in that touchdown. That's the play that the head coach, that the father, wanted the quarterback and the son to look for, and there it was for the big touchdown score.
Well, I think it's one where sometimes hey, look, we've got confidence in our 4-star future SEC player. Let him go make a play.
Yeah.
Is the point after up and good. So Fremont with the response. They make it 17-10. Back in front are the Silverwolves here in the second round of the 5A state playoffs.
Good response by Fremont. Now Alta comes back and it's had scored 10 unanswered points. Fremont does a good job. They don't get outside of themselves, and they march right down the field to that first long field that they'd seen today. March right down the field and punch it in for 6.
We thought there'd be points in this one, Jeff, and we're just 3 minutes into the second quarter. We already got 27. That's not too bad, eh?
Yeah, that's not too bad. Tell you what else. Look at where we are.
It's gorgeous,
This is great.
I'm not going to lie. I was in Salt Lake County today and, starting to get a little smoggy, some inversion. You come up here, clear views.
It's beautiful.
Sun's out.
Yeah, what a...
Of course, I'm in my thermal, so I'm like sweating here. But
I was prepared for cold, and
I
I'm
was
not
too.
cold. And at my size, that kind of mistimed preparation, it really has adverse effects.
I just keep telling myself if we're still here at 7 o'clock, I'll be happy. As this kick fielded at the 5. And looking up that left side, trying to find a seam. Got through a couple tacklers. Nice return there by Fabrizio as Alta will come out at the 27.
Well, and now it's Alta's offense. Their turn to respond. This is a real boxing match. I mean, you're seeing the punches thrown every single time the offense steps up. And it's a matter of you're going to get punched in the mouth. How do you respond to that? That's the nature of these high-scoring type games. As long as you keep getting back up and keep responding, you're going to have a shot.
Our clock a little ahead of the game clock. We're just going to pause ours, let it catch up. There's just under 9 to go here in the second half, or in the second quarter. Is pick up a 4 there on the quick throw.
Looks like Alta's going to take a page out of the Fremont playbook a little bit, play with a little bit more tempo. Quick passes out to the wide receiver, quick little wide receiver screens.
Second and 7, Alta from the 30.
Brown will hand off. Pagel able to pick up a couple there.
And off to number 5, Pagel.
Good spot to be in on 3rd and 4. You're staying ahead of the chains. The whole playbook is available to you. The way that Pagel has run the ball, well, and it looks like Pagel's going to step off.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 4.
One note, Dane, Bear Strong is back on the field for Alta. That's a big addition.
Big target, can jump out of the stadium. He had a catch on the top 5 this year that was unreal. As he comes across the formation in his route, that pass incomplete through the hands of the intended target.
Tucker Brown stepped up into the pocket, and it looks like as that pressure got there, kind of sped him up a little bit. Looked like he was maybe going to take off and run, and his receiver just not quite ready for that pass.
So 4th down here. Alta will have to punt this away.
In punt formation for Alta, number 16.
I'll give you one guess what our halftime show is going to be today.
That one nearly blocked. And a flag coming in here. And Alta can't get there as that goes into the end zone, but this is going to be a roughing the kicker penalty.
You know, with the roughing, that's a heck of a punt.
It was a great punt.
That was nearly down at the one. I mean, that was a heck of a punt. He's going to get the flag, paid the price, and his offense will be able to stay on the field.
That's one of those. I'm actually surprised they didn't block it.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't, honestly. There were 2 or 3 guys
there. And so 15-yard penalty will give Alta the 1st down. Fremont had the stop.
McAllister still dinged up a little bit on the sideline. He took a big hit.
He took a big hit.
And that'll be something to watch. I mean, if this game does come down to a kicking game, McAllister certainly, we saw in that first field goal, has the leg to be a weapon. And really, as soon as you cross onto your side of the field.
Yeah. So new life here for this Hawk offense. Seven and a half to go here in the second quarter. Brown going to come near side. Boy, a match on the outside as a penalty flag coming in, and they were looking for Bear Strong. Cam Graves was there in coverage, and kind of both of them were
just got a little tied up there. Yeah, a little jostling.
That's a good way to put it.
Well, the Flags are just going to keep moving this Alta offense down the field. They keep the offense on the field. Another big one here.
Actually called defensive holding there.
And I think that's the right call. It was long before the throw that those two were starting to get into it a little bit, so I think that is the right call.
First and 10, Alta.
So first down here. They'll go back to the ground. Pagel picking up about 7.
You know, Alta, they have continued to go to that run game even when it hasn't seemingly been there, and this is kind of the reason why, that the more you go to it, the more you fight, eventually you're going to find a little bit of a crease. Pagel's starting to find a little more room.
Quick throw on the slant, caught, first down, as Evan Morton coming up with his second reception today.
And that will be the one that puts him up over
That's
1,000
the one.
yards. He's had a fantastic season, and hey, this is a fantastic drive. Alta looking to play a little bit more up-tempo, get on the ball quick.
Alta Hawks, first down.
They'll stay on the ground here, and that is Jack Masters, and that young man, oh boy. That's one where you could not like it. I actually think that's the right call there, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the
Whistles
way
are there. He's up high, throws him down.
Exactly.
You just got to come off that. The play's dead.
Right. You know, maybe 20 years ago that's not part
It's
of the
not.
rules,
Yep,
but
yep.
it is now.
It is now.
And it has been, you know, for the last several years. So that's one of those. You hear those whistles, you got to let go. It's tough to do.
That said, Jack Masters,
Huge play.
he's a stud,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes.
Like, one of their top tacklers, their top sack guy, has an interception as well. But, man, that's just one where, again, fans won't like it, but that's one that gets shown in an officiating clinic. Like, this is
Yep. I mean,
just got to come off of it.
Textbook for what it is. But you're right on Jack Masters. Heck of a ball player. I think I started to see some Ivy League schools start coming in, finding their way here, trying to bring Jack Masters out that way.
Looking end zone, just incomplete. I actually like the touch that Tucker put on that ball, trying to get it to Morton, but it's incomplete.
And Mathis Bell in on the coverage. I mean, he was right there, step for step with Morton. You couldn't ask for better coverage. I think Tucker Brown did a great job putting that exactly where it needed to be, where it was either his guy or nobody. Mathis Bell, that's a tough defend against Evan Morton, and he was right there, step for step.
Second down here for the Hawks, looking to tie things up. Tight formation, now a timeout going to be taken here by Alta. Timeout. Hawks with it in the red zone when we come back here in the 5A state playoffs.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Second down. Similar play, just led Morton about a yard long on that incomplete. Similar looking route there.
Yeah, I think it's the exact same read for Brown. He sees that one-on-one coverage between his best receiver and Morton and Bell. And you got to take that every time, that press coverage, that one-on-one. But so far, Mathis Bell, he's been there twice. Right in the hip pocket of wide receiver 1.
3rd and 10 here. Boy, had great momentum going, and now you're going to find a way to kind of get that back up. Flag down on the play as it is caught by Morton. Not able to gain much. And that flag, illegal shift.
Yeah. I think you just had guys who weren't quite set. And I would imagine Fremont declines this and forces the kick team on.
Yep. Look at you, Jeff.
I might have cheated.
Oh, okay.
I definitely saw what the head coach was signaling before the ref.
All right.
I didn't have to tell people, but I felt bad deceiving anybody.
It is Halloween.
That's true.
I mean, you could,
Today's the day to deceive if you're going to do it.
That it is.
And if you're not on your toes, you will get to see. I thought that was a real chicken over there on the other side, but that's a person in a chicken suit. Don't be fooled.
No fooling on that point after. It's up and good for Alta. So the Staker Parson field goal good for the Hawks makes it 17-13. The Fremont lead cut to 4.
Speaking of Halloween, we've seen I'm looking around. There's Bobby Boucher. There's Happy Gilmore. Like, Adam Sandler's coming back. It's like I'm in high school all over again with all of these Adam Sandler characters that are here. I thought these movies were, 25 years old.
They were. They just decided to redo them all, Jeff, because, it's hard to think of new ideas.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
That might be what it is. But there's a little bit of throwback here in the Fremont student section. I got a Shaq jersey. Got some stuff.
There's a Jeter jersey down there.
Yeah, this is great.
There's a Yoshi character. You see Yoshi?
I see Yoshi.
That's not bad.
Couple of sharks. Got all kinds of stuff.
And we don't mean the Mark Cuban sharks either.
Right.
Yeah, these are costumed.
There's a Waldo.
Butterfly.
If I look across the way, I see a big old piece of pizza.
My eyes aren't that good. I can't.
I never miss a piece of pizza.
So Fremont off the touchback will start at their own 20. Midway point of this second quarter. They'll start on the ground. Gain there of about 5 on the carry.
Number 14, Caleb Graham, the ball carrier.
Big defensive tackle, Viliami Nusi. He's got a tough assignment. Listed at 6 foot, 332 pounds. That big nose tackle he's the decision guy in this run game.
To attack a little pressure. Able to step around it. Now coming up, able to dump it off. That is caught. Boy, and Burton had to kind of come back against his momentum. That's an impressive catch. Oh, and Tua Tagovailoa here is down. There's also a flag.
Yeah, there was a big hit that came in late. I would imagine this is a roughing call.
Your imagination is correct, Jeff.
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa, he took a big hit after that ball was delivered, and it was pretty clearly late. And that's going to, you don't need to give this offense more yards that they didn't earn. And, man, don't make it easier on them. They're too good.
They are. So across midfield. First down here for the Silverwolves. Alta showing pressure off the edge. Tua Tagovailoa will run. And caught from behind there on the pursuit by Rowley. Able to pick up 7.
Good to see from Tua Tagovailoa after that big hit on the last play. Bounces right back up.
Sets up a second and short here. Maybe an opportunity. Maybe take a shot, Jeff.
You got Celeste Mo. I think every down's an opportunity to take a shot.
Alta showing pressure from their backers. Bring one, it's picked up. Tua Tagovailoa able to get around the line. Now he's got the first down inside the 30 and hit hard at the 28-yard line. First down, Fremont.
A good job by Tua Tagovailoa not to force that ball. He wanted to get that to Moa downfield, but as that pressure came in, He saw the opportunity, he tucked it down, and he ran for it.
It's one of the things, when we talked with Coach Tua Tagovailoa and Manasseh earlier in the year, they talked about his familiarity with the offense and his ability to kind of process, make quick decisions, and we've seen that on display here. That throw just a touch behind the intended target, had Burton over the middle, just missed him.
Yeah, it looked like he had a couple of receivers. He had Moa coming in on this far side, and then he had Burton, and it looked like he was a little bit torn which one to go to, and he ended up throwing it right in the middle of both of them.
Second down, boy, they've got Moa split out wide to the bottom of the screen here. Tua Tagovailoa trying to get that edge. Boy, there's a lot of Hawks there.
Good job once again by the Alta defense to string that play out, particularly Bennett Coster. Showed a lot of discipline in letting that play come to him, maintaining his assignment.
It's crazy. It was preparing for this game. Coster has 131 tackles. He's not the leading tackler on this team.
It's crazy.
I mean, like, he and Turner, man, they do a ton for this defense. Inside 4 to go here in the first half. And that throw short of the target, Burton. Bring up a 4th down here for Fremont.
4th and 10, and it's right in that tricky spot again. If this is a long field goal, if you line up for a field goal, but 4th and 10 is not ideal for anybody.
Fourth and 10, Fremont from the 29.
Tua Tagovailoa came off here. Offense still on the field. He was kind of looking at that left hand. And trainer's now looking at Manasseh. And that would make sense because that last throw, Jeff, it didn't look
It didn't look right.
And now Tua Tagovailoa at the table, they're giving him a look, and Fremont here going to take a timeout.
Well, and Manasseh, he'd taken some big hits on that drive. It wouldn't be surprising if he was dinged up a little bit.
Right.
But he's such a tough kid. He's not going to come off the field unless he absolutely has to.
But the big part of that is that I don't know that it's enough to have him on the field. You need him to be his best,
Yeah,
right? So
absolutely.
It's one where if there's sensation or if there's just pain somewhere, it's like that drastically change, especially without Hadley in this game. Would really make it hard for this Fremont. Well, I shouldn't say that. In my mind, being distance, right? It'd be like, man, how do you find enough points then?
Yeah, I agree. Manasseh has taken on such a big part of that rushing attack with Cade Hadley out for the season. If he can't go, then that's a huge loss. They're checking out his arm here over on the sideline. We'll see what happens here.
Offense staying on the field here, 4th and 11. Oh, got him to jump. That'll certainly help because that might put them in field goal range here, Jeff.
Yeah, that might make this decision a little bit easier for Coach Tua Tagovailoa. And for all the talk about, obviously losing Manasseh Tua Tagovailoa would be a huge, huge loss. I know that there is a lot of confidence in Calvin Cooper. We saw him for one play, and he put the ball in the air.
Well, you gave him a passing touchdown.
I did, and he earned it.
He did.
He had to throw the ball. I don't care which direction he had to throw it. But there is a lot of confidence in what Cooper brings to the table, the junior quarterback.
They're a bunch of baby boomers who are just disgusted at that comment right now. Oh, they actually called it offensive.
Wow. That's tough.
Obviously, we're distant, so we didn't
for us
see
to
it, hear anything, but surprised the home crowd. Surprised me as well. So 4th and 16 and movement again.
And that one drew out a pink flag in addition to a yellow flag. When they both got thrown up in the air at the same time, felt like we were in New Orleans for a minute.
And here's the thing. You've got a lower-seeded team. I was talking with Fremont staff before the game. They're like, they feel underseeded. I'm like, yeah, I think they are. It's why we're here, right? We think this is a really good game. There's some confidence. There's some energy bubbling up on that other sideline right now for the Hawks. It's 4th and 20. Looking deep, and it's intercepted. And this will be down at the 1. That's one you just bat that ball down. Alta here instead of having it at the 40, they'll take over at their own 1.
Yeah, that one's tough. It's easy to say from our vantage point of like, hey, just bat that one down. That's when you're a defensive back and you see that opportunity to get the pick, you're trained your entire life to go get the interception. But you're right, that sets them down now inside their 1-yard line. And that's a big break for the Fremont defense now.
Yes, it is.
Jack Masters and how aggressive these guys are. We've seen Shepard already make a bunch of plays from the linebacker spot. They like to get after the quarterback in a hurry. They have been all over the run game so far in this first half. They're sensing safety opportunity here.
It's a great opportunity, but the thing you've got to be aware of is you can't be overly aggressive because you don't want to give up something to Morton or Fabrizio. We've seen both of them have plays down the field in this offense here this afternoon. Brown will be shotgun here. Is tight formation for the Hawks. Would expect them to run. And they will. Pagel up to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line.
Good patience and vision by Pagel on that run. Takes kind of that counter action a little bit, and he strings that run out. He's able to find the crease to get his team a little bit of breathing room. That's a great first down play.
Got him a little bit of room. They'll run here again on 2nd down. Pagel gets the edge, and Pagel is down the sideline to the 30-yard line, turning in to the 40 and the 44. There's that big play for Alta's offense coming on the ground thanks to Lucas Pagel as they've got it near midfield.
And I'll be curious to see. I think that this Alta, that's been their heavy package, but they had a couple of really great running plays. They bring on those extra big linemen. I wondered if they might stick to it, but it looks like their extra horses are headed off the field.
We talk about the momentum that feels like some energy on that sideline, and that run certainly helping as they've got it first down here. 1 timeout left for Fremont, 2 left for Alta here in this first half. And flag coming in here, might be a delay. Yeah, there's the flag.
Sometimes you have a big running play like that. It kind of throws off your timing with the play clock. You got to bring everybody back. You had a heavy package in, a lot of substitutions.
And I think the other thing, Tucker Brown gave a late indicator to his receiver. I think maybe saw something late in that and wanted to try to take advantage of it. Just didn't quite have enough time to do so. His first down. That incomplete. Was looking for Fabrizio. Had room to make that catch. Just kind of bounced off of him.
Yeah, just one he'll want back, Fabrizio. He usually makes a play like that. Tucker Brown puts it right where it needs to be. This is a tricky spot with the way that this Fremont offense can move. There's 2 objectives, right, for Alta. Go score, but also don't leave any time.
They'll run it. Pagel picks up a couple.
And I think that was Landon Palmer again, if I'm not mistaken, coming in for the tackle. Came in from that safety spot. He's a little bit dinged up, but that was a big hit.
Now 3rd and long here for the Hawks. This would be a big stop for this Fremont defense. Again, Fremont will get the ball to start the second half. And under pressure, going down. Is that the first sack of the game for this Fremont defense? Is 44 coming up. Christensen with the sack for Fremont.
Christensen's had a couple of big plays in this game, and none bigger than that one, to force a 4th down. Fremont called a timeout, right?
Yeah, stop the clock here. 90 seconds left.
Yeah,
That's the first sack, right?
I believe so. I think Jack Masters might have been.
But
I don't
it
know
was
if
a
it was
penalty.
a sack, and then there was a penalty.
Right? Didn't he get a penalty on that play? Or that wasn't a sack. That was a
wasn't
run
sack.
play.
That was a run play. So
Did he
yeah,
get a sack?
I think he. I thought he
Okay.
did. I
All
don't
right.
know.
Regardless, it's a great defensive play there for the
Great play.
Silverwolves.
It was the first sack on that play. That I could say.
And on that
definitively.
drive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we know what we're doing.
We've done this before.
We have done this.
So Alta here to punt it away. And they will send Moa back here. This is one where you kick it away from where that returner is standing.
Don't challenge number 8.
And if you're Fremont, don't rough the passer here either. And they will play this safe. Good punt. Moa signals for the fair catch and takes it at the 27. The question we're all wondering, who comes out? It will be Manasseh Tuatagaloa back out on the field here for Fremont.
Yeah, a couple of questions answered, right? Manasseh Tuatagaloa coming back. That's good to see him. And then Jack McAllister. That was the first kick since that big roughing the punter penalty that we saw. Good to see him back and have a great punt there. So both of those guys back and healthy.
How aggressive are you if you're Fremont here? No timeouts left?
I would imagine they're going to be pretty aggressive.
Little throwback screen, incomplete. Trying to get that to Blanche.
Just outside the reach of Branch. Yeah, I think they'll be aggressive. I don't know that it's in Coach Tuatagaloa's DNA to not be aggressive when you have a chance.
I like that call. If that's complete, it's probably a good 15-yard gain.
And Blanche is so quick when he gets that ball. If he's able to bring that one in, that's a big play.
Yeah, had some blocking in front of him. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Boy, kind of almost muffed that a little bit as Moa brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Great tackle there made in the open field by Riker Ellis.
Yeah, you could see that the little bobble just threw off that timing just enough.
How about the ground Ellis covered there? He's 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Come on, make that stop.
Now I think you'll see the Fremont offense gear down a little bit. Maybe take a shot here, but let the play clock play out.
Gear down. We got Trucker Jeff over here, huh? Nope. We're looking for Moa. And intercepted. It's picked off. On the return, far side, brought down to the 32. Moa was trying to kind of deflect it to himself, but Riker Ellis, who made that tackle on the last play, comes up with the Alta pick.
You know, not a bad ball by Manasseh Tuatagaloa. It's out there, and he's got his SEC athlete wide receiver downfield. Just gives him a chance to make a play. Good job on the defense by Alta to stay with it. It's Riker Ellis. He comes down with the pick. Now 30 seconds, 28 seconds here for Alta to go and try and make something happen.
They've got 2 timeouts here. We've seen they've got a leg. You maybe have, I don't know, maybe 45 yards to go-ish. As Brown able to get through one tackler, eyes down the field. Now going to keep it himself. We'll take this up to the 42-yard line. We'll stop the clock with 19 seconds.
Ton of credit goes to Celesi Moa and Slade Parker in the secondary on that broken play. Evan Morton and a couple of Alta receivers, well, they were waving their hands, but when you have those 2 safeties back there, good decision by Tucker Brown to not test them.
I'm going to say they've got to get to the 33. I have no idea what the distance of the kicker is. We've seen it on display. I would guess 50. You could maybe take a shot.
I think so.
So that'd put it to 33. This is all just, back of the napkin math here. So they'll throw this quickly. Pagel with the catch and tackled immediately. And Alta will take the timeout with 13 seconds left.
Man, Pagel took a big hit on that play. Kendon Green nearly broke that pass up. Good job by Pagel to maintain his composure, maintain control. And I'm with you. I think 33, I don't know, that first kick, that felt like that could have gone forever. Maybe you Maybe you can go with no time left on the clock. You test it.
Just a reminder, high school, it just has to cross into the end zone, and if it does that, it ball's dead. So, yeah, I mean, maybe you get to the 40 and say, hey, why not, right? The wind's blowing the right direction, or if the wind picked up, because it hasn't been a windy day at all.
There's no wind.
No.
I thought there might be. I'm dressed as if it's going to be windy.
We're all dressed like it's going to be a lot cooler than it is. What do you like here for Alta? 13 seconds left, one timeout. Really, the whole field's available for you.
Yeah, you've got to find a big play, whether that be a touchdown or just a chunk play. You really only got, with the one timeout, you got one shot to get these yards, I think. Before you're in now, you have to throw it to the end zone territory. So I'm looking for Morton, something over the middle to just try to pick up those chunk yards.
We're talking 12 to 20-ish yards is kind of our estimation. Brown was looking to the sideline, incomplete. We'll stop the clock with 9.
And now it's a little bit tricky. It's third down to boot. Kind of takes away, I guess you'd have that timeout, but you can't dance around too much after the catch. You've got to catch it, see where you're at. Do you need yards? If you don't, you go down quick and you start signaling for timeout.
Empty backfield here for Brown. A little pump fake, looking over the middle. Intercepted by Moa. A diving pick by Celesi Moa. He gets it right back.
Yeah, great ball hawking by Moa. He just tracks that pass, and then he goes and makes a diving catch for the interception. And that's big because there's 2 seconds left. If he doesn't make that, you do have a heave to the end zone. That really quells any opportunity for Alta to get points here, so long as Fremont doesn't turn it over. Now, I said that I don't think Coach Tuatagaloa has it in his DNA to not be aggressive. This doesn't feel like an aggressive spot.
Well, you do have number 8 on the field, but you've got Alta who's 25 yards off the ball. His final play. Tuatagaloa will just throw it into triple coverage, and that is incomplete, and that's how the first half will end. 17-13, Fremont out in front. Second seeded Silverwolves trying to protect home field. Advance to the quarterfinals. We'll be back with halftime here at Fremont High School. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week on KSLSports.com. Ready to start our second half in the 5A state playoffs. Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you, 17-13. Fremont leading Alta. Jeff, the offenses looked sharp early. 3 interceptions to close out that second quarter. 2 by Fremont, 1 by Alta. But really, we've seen both these offenses have success. It's been kind of an interesting first half.
Yeah, defenses have come up with key stops at key moments, right? It hasn't been a dominating defensive performance here in the second half of the second quarter. But when the defenses have needed to step up, they have. And that's really kind of been the storyline for me. It looked like this was going to be an absolute shootout.
And it still may be as our second half kickoff into the end zone for the touchback on that Staker Parson kickoff. And so Fremont will start at their own 20. The big question, we saw Tuatagaloa was obviously getting that hand or arm, whatever it was, being looked at. And as we start this first drive of our second half, what is his health status? He's going to come out here, but boy, you certainly help if you're a Fremont fan. You certainly hope he's 100% or able to play through whatever he was feeling.
Yeah, and if you're a football fan, you want to see Manasseh Tuatagaloa on the field. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Utah, brings an extra level of dynamic to this offense when he's healthy and on the field. So it's good to see number 5 back out there for Fremont.
Did a nice job kind of mixing up the screen game. As this pass a little high, able to be brought down by Parker. Not much on that play.
Kind of a tough time of the day.
Yeah.
That pass is right into the sun as Slade Parker looks into that. Kind of a weird time of these 4 o'clock kickoffs. You get some angles you're not used to.
Yeah, you can see the shadows there on the screen as They will run here on 2nd down and 12 and able to pick up about 4 on the play.
And there's Bennett Coster again on the tackle. You mentioned, I mean, he's been so productive from that linebacker spot. Gets a big stop there, and it's 3rd and long.
Tua Tagovailoa will hand off on 3rd down, right to the teeth of that Alta defense, and nowhere to go. It might have been a 66, David Thomason, who was in there for Alta.
Yeah, I think at least a part of that tackle was number 66. There were a handful of Alta Hawks there. That's the 3 and out that this defense needed. Really took just about a minute off the clock is all, and now you're going to have an opportunity to have positive field position and let your offense get back onto the field.
Low snap, able to get right to the punter. A good kick, caught at the 45. On the return is Clayton, and he gets hit right at midfield. So Alta will come out to start this second half with the ball at midfield. This is kind of how it started, although it was the other way around, right? Alta kind of 3 and out. Fremont, well, actually there was the fumble, but then the second possession was 3 and out, and Fremont had it at midfield.
Yeah, I mean, and this is everything you could ask for if you're an Alta fan right now, to get this kind of field position here in the early going with a chance, really, if you punch it into the end zone, to take the lead.
Pagel's been great today out of the backfield. They'll go tight again here. They've ran well out of this formation. Pagel trying to get around that left side. No, he's going to cut back through the middle here, and that pile surging ahead. 1st down on the run for Lucas Pagel.
We saw this formation when Alta was backed up against the goal line. They bring in these extra offensive linemen, and it's just counter action. You look at Pagel follow number 77, these big lead blockers.
Staying in it here. Pagel to the right side, following those linemen again. You called it, Jeff, and this time we'll pick up 5.
And it is big number 77, Viliami Nusi, who's been the nose tackle. We talked about him on defense. He comes in as kind of this hybrid tight end spot.
He's listed as a center guard tackle. As they'll go Pagel again here on 2nd down. He's got the 1st.
And you look over that Alta sideline, offensive coordinator Michael Allred, he's excited. He's jacked up about the way that this run game and this blocking scheme is going. Now Nusi will come out, get a breather. He's earned it.
Staying in that formation, Pagel ran right into the edge there, who did a great job coming off that block. And might have been Asa Tuatagaloa, I think.
Isa Tuatagaloa. Jack Masters was in there as well. Better job by Fremont of staying disciplined, not trying to shoot those gaps. Let the runner come to them a little bit more.
Quick throw. Here's Bear. Bear Strong gets through one tackle and then brought down at the 15-yard line. I love mixing in the passing game with that formation.
Yeah, and it's good to see Bear Strong back on the field. You see when he gets that ball in his hand, he's a load to bring down. Now you see wrinkles off of that formation. This could be really tough to defend.
And I should say it wasn't the exact formation, but
yeah,
Strong is in tight, right? So it's a similar look for that defense. Is a 1st down here for Alta. Looking, end zone, incomplete. As Morton tried to wrap around there, couldn't haul it in.
That's the 3rd time we've seen that matchup of Morton going one-on-one against Mathis Bell into the end zone, and that's the 3rd time that Mathis Bell has forced an incompletion. I think Morton had a step on Bell. That ball just a little bit behind the receiver, and able to help Bell get back into the play.
2nd down. Pagel. Oh, looked like he might have lost his footing. Actually helped him set up for that cut back in. Able to pick up 4 here.
Yeah, great vision by Pagel and a great lead block by Coulter Fullwood.
And we've got, Pagel's down here. Mentioned that it looked like he kind of lost his footing, and certainly hope that it's nothing serious here. It's good to see him kind of work back up to his feet here. While we have a moment, we'll just take a moment, thank some of Sponsors of Alta High Football, again, we've streamed a lot of their games this year and couldn't have done it without these sponsors, including Carver's. Whether it's a quiet night for two or a gathering with friends, Carver Steak and Seafood is the place to be. Savor prime steaks, fresh seafood, and a dining experience you'll remember long after the last bite at Carver's Steak and Seafood. Also want to thank Axio EV. Ready to upgrade to an electric or hybrid? Axio EV has hundreds of EVs and hybrids in stock at fantastic prices. Axio EV in Sandy, Utah's fastest growing used EV dealer. So Pagel will have to come off here on this third down play for Alta. And they've got Evan Morton here to the bottom of the screen.
Looks like he's going to have one-on-one coverage again.
Yep. Third down. They'll throw over the middle. Bear Strong with the reception. Takes it to the one. First and goal, Alta.
Strong hands by Bear Strong. Tucker Brown delivers a dart, and Strong does the rest. He's able to haul that in, hold on to the catch through contact, and now here's that heavy package again. Nusi coming back onto the field.
They'll run it. And into the end zone, but a flag coming in here behind the play.
Flag down on the play.
I'm not sure what this is. It is a hold.
Holding the call against the Hawks.
So that will take that touchdown off the board, obviously, and make it first and goal here from the 11.
Looks like Alta leaving the heavy package in. I wonder if you'll see a shift here into that formation that we've seen so much.
Look at you.
Every once in a while.
You didn't dress up as an OC, but you could be. Pagel trying to find a lane. There's just not a lot of room there. Still able to pick up 4 yards.
Number 5, Lucas Pagel, the ball.
Yeah, good job again by that Fremont defense. That it seems like they've made their quick adjustment to that formation. They're able to stop shooting the gaps as hard and fill those gaps a little bit more instead of trying to go in and get that tackle for loss. Stay in your run fit and make the tackle, and it's worked out well for them the last couple of times.
Second and goal. Fremont showing pressure off the edge. Looking for Strong to the end zone. Touchdown, Alta.
Tucker Brown does a great job reading that defense, letting that route develop. He wanted to go to Bear Strong. He let things develop, didn't throw it into the wash, and Bear Strong comes out on the other side. He's wide open. Tucker Brown, all he's got to do is float it up there and let his guy go make the play.
Point after is good. The Hawks take their first lead of the game as Tucker Brown able to find Bear Strong from 7 yards out on the Axio EV touchdown.
For over 25 years, Tiburon Fine Dining has been one of Utah's premier restaurants. Their award-winning contemporary American cuisine in a warm and friendly setting makes for the perfect night out. Make your next night out special at Tiburon Fine Dining.
Nice drive there by Alta. Started at midfield, and we talked about, felt like that second quarter they were building a lot of confidence, Jeff. They're playing loose, playing free, looking good.
You're a 15 seed. You've got nothing to lose, right? So come out onto the road and play free. You tried to blow my mind in the first half.
Yeah.
I've got a rebuttal.
Okay.
We're going to take your fun fact. 11 years ago, on Halloween, Fremont gets the win over Alta. The Alta quarterback who threw for 300 yards in that game, Crosby Gold.
Okay.
Quarterback coach for Alta tonight, Crosby Gold.
Really?
Spooky season's here, Dane. They're all these little twists and ties coming back.
Whoa!
Absolutely. And Crosby Gold, give a shout out to Coach Goal. His quarterback makes a great play on that last drive. Tucker Brown gets the big touchdown pass.
You know, this is probably petty, but I wonder if there's a little extra motivation for him in this game, given that 11 years ago, this is where his season ended.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
You know, and I think so. I think a little birdie may have told me he may be a Fremont area resident now, so coaching at Alta, but living here amongst the enemy
That's
today.
dedication. Fremont starting at their own 20, and that pass is off target. It just feels, Jeff, like something's not right with Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, it does. It just seems, I don't know if it's the same. They were playing with his arm when he went out earlier in the first half, and I don't know if there's something there.
Second down. He's going to take a shot. Moa's behind the defense, caught in stride. Look out. Celesi Moa to the 10, 5, touchdown Fremont. He's fine.
He's fine. Manasseh Tua Tagovailoa says, arm straight. You think something's wrong? Absolutely not on this play. Celesi Moa gets a step, gets one-on-one coverage, gets behind the defense, and all you've got to do if you're Manasseh on that play is just not overthrow him, and it's hard to overthrow number 8. He tracks that ball down. That's a huge response for this Fremont offense to retake that lead right away.
Point after and whistles here as that one kind of chipped. Would have set it up right on the green. In fact, did set it up on the green. Had a nice little backspin there, but we'll redo it here. So, you know, this game is not applicable to this tournament, Jeff, but it's not far from here.
Okay.
So, for our Fremont fans, Fremont area, Syracuse and Westlake at the Horn.
Ooh.
31-28. Titans get the win over the Thunder. Congratulations to Syracuse advancing in the 6A state playoffs. As that point after, that was more like a nice little, you know, setup from 100 yards. That one good. 24-20. Fremont retaking the lead after Tua Tagovailoa finding his man, Celesi Moa, from 80 yards out.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
It's Halloween, Jeff. We talked about crazy things happening, a little half moon here. Good thing for Fremont, it's, you know, they're the Silverwolves, not the werewolves, right? They don't have to worry about the full moon thing. Or,
I mean, we don't know.
that's true. My werewolf knowledge comes strictly from, you know,
Twilight?
Michael J. Fox and
Oh,
Teen Wolf.
I thought you were more of a Twilight guy, just looking at you.
Definitely a Twilight guy.
Were they werewolves? I think they were werewolves.
Are they vampires?
Well, there are vampires, but the vampires had to go against somebody. If it was just vampires versus human, advantage vampire.
Well, wasn't that the whole point? She falls in love with a vampire, and now there's this inner conflict?
Yeah, there was the love story, but somebody had to try to stop the vampires. What are the humans going to do? There's only so much silver in the world.
If you can't tell, big fan. Big fan. I had posters on the wall. Big fan. We've got an injury here for Alta off of that return. We're going to step aside here. We'll be back. You're watching the second round of the 5A state playoffs on KSLSports.com.
Vine is a modern American steakhouse with premium cuts of beef, sustainably farmed poultry and seafood, plus house-made desserts. There is something for everyone. Create an evening to remember at Hoof and Vine.
Welcome back. If you came back after that last comment, we know you are dedicated high school sports fans. As Alta here will start at their own 27-yard line.
We talked about some of the throwback costumes we've seen here in the crowd. I just saw a payphone walk by.
No way.
An actual payphone. That might be the costume of the night.
Was it a costume or like someone was carrying an actual payphone?
It was a costume. He was dressed up as a payphone.
Most people don't even know what that is anymore.
Yeah, he was a young guy, too.
That's
something different out here
That's
in Twin
fantastic.
City.
Probably grabbed that off the corner just last week. Is intended for Strong there, incomplete. I tease, the most trouble I ever gotten growing up was because a payphone ate my quarter. And my parents were upset because I didn't call. And it was like, I tried, it ate my quarter. Kids today don't know those struggles.
I also don't know those struggles. I don't know that I'd call myself a kid today, but that's a struggle I'm not familiar with.
2nd and 10 here for Alta. Brown, boy, that's a tight window. No flag. Bear was looking around for one, so was Tucker. They won't get it. 3rd down.
Taggart Burton has been involved on the last couple of pass plays. He's been all over Bear Strong as a receiver. And so far this drive, advantage Burton.
7-yard line.
Fremont students trying to make some noise, cheer on their defense on this 3rd and 10. Play clock down to 1, just get it off. They'll run, Pagel makes a couple men miss, but hey, there's the Jack breaks. I want to go Jake break, but his name is Jack. So
yeah, I get it. It was a good play on words.
Yeah.
And boy, when you look at what he does for this defensive line, it doesn't matter if it's as a pass rusher or against the run, Jack Masters is in on just about every play. What a menace off the edge for Fremont.
So Alta here will have to punt as Parker standing at his own 40. This kick away. And this could be returnable. Takes a bounce, won't really let him set it up as it dies inside the 20 at the 18. And Fremont will come back out inside their own 20, looking for more here in this 3rd quarter.
It's a big drive for the Alta defense.
Yes.
I mean, we have seen how quickly Fremont can score. If they go up 2 scores, that's a big hole to climb to get that many stops, to get yourself back in the game. Just under 6 minutes left here in the 3rd. You got to find a way to keep this a 1-score game into the 4th quarter if you're the Hawks.
Different looking formation here as Parker comes into the backfield to take the snap. He'll actually look to throw. Now he's going to run it. He's got some room in front of him. Nice play there by Slade Parker. He picks up 11. Creativity there for the Silverwolves.
So after the big touchdown pass for Manasseh Tuatagaloa, where we say, hey, everything's okay, Tuatagaloa's on the sideline here. It is Calvin Cooper who was running that trick play. He motioned out as a receiver, but
we've got an Alta player down here. We'll take a quick break. Well, no, they're up quickly. So we talked about the winner of this game would advance in the state playoffs. How about this? Brighton 49-8 over Granger last check. So it looks like the winner of this will take on the Brighton Bengals. Proximity score here, Westfield trailing Box Elder 35-7 last check in the 5A state playoffs. What's Cross and Olympus, familiar region foe for Alta? That's a 7-6 game advantage for the Wildcats, and Bountiful looking strong here in the 2nd week of the playoffs, 21-0 over West Jordan. A couple 5A playoff scores to keep you updated on.
it's a fun time. High school playoff football, it is as fun of a time as you're going to find in this sport.
1st down for Fremont. Parker. There's a flag coming in here, gonna go down. I'll tell you what, I've been really impressed today with Liam Rowley. The senior's been great.
And he's been as close to unblockable as you can have. I'm fascinated by what we're seeing here from Coach Tua Tagovailoa. We saw some of this in the playoffs last year from Fremont, where they went to it wasn't quite a 2-quarterback system, but 2 quarterbacks played. And you're seeing it here. Manasseh throws that big, long touchdown pass. He's standing on the sideline, seemingly itching to go into the game. But it's Calvin Cooper who's out there, and they're motioning into some of these different sets. Give Slade Parker some wildcat opportunities. Coach Tua Tagovailoa getting into his creativity bag on this drive.
There's a holding penalty, makes it 1st and 20 here for Fremont. Will not change the personnel. As you see some of those Fremont receivers having to look into the sun as they're trying to get that call from their sideline. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They'll stay on the ground. Nice lane up the left side. Ooh, boy, 1 tackle away for Taylor Graham to reel off a big one, but gets all the penalty yards back and more here for Fremont.
Yeah, when you have a guy who gets downhill like that, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. Give Taylor Graham a hole, he'll go find it.
2nd down. They'll go back to Graham, looking left side again. 1st down. That's a great block on the outside by Taggart Burton, really allowing that lane to open up, allow him to cut upfield.
Yeah, and Graham is doing an excellent job of hitting that top gear quickly. It is one cut, he plants his foot, and he goes through the seam. Fremont trying to stay tempo with their backup quarterback in the game.
On 1st down, Cooper. Back to throw, running out of time, trying to buy some. And we'll throw this the direction of Burton. Incomplete. We've got an Alta player down here on that far side. It might be Cole Albrecht. As we'll take a break here. Injury timeout on the field. We'll be back. You're watching the 2nd round of the 5A state playoffs on KSLSports.com.
This season and all year long, make your celebrations unforgettable at Carver's Steak and Seafood. From holiday parties to corporate events, family gatherings to school dances, Carver's is the perfect place to bring people together. Book your event today and treat your guests to fine dining, exceptional service, and memories that last long after the night ends. Carver's Steak and Seafood, where every celebration begins. Call 801-572-5177 to reserve your event today.
Albrecht able to walk off the field on his own. It's one of the things that's about this Alta defense with Albrecht and Rowley. They're both 6'4". I mean, they got great length on the outside of that defensive line. So made his impact today. His 2nd down play here. Setting up the screen. Graham turning upfield, lowering his pads, takes it to the 47, maybe the 48.
Great job by Alta, number 15. That's Bear Turner. Reads that screen well. That was well designed, and there were a series of blockers there for Fremont, but Bear Turner's able to get through and keep that play at just a gain of 5.
3rd and 5 here for Fremont. Thrown to the near sideline, looking for Moa. The timing there off and incomplete.
Yeah, just looked like a timing issue there. That's some of what you see when you get a backup quarterback. Takes a little bit of time to develop that chemistry. Now brings up a 4th and 5 from midfield.
Yeah, fans thought that maybe Riker Ellis was holding there. And no flags on the play. How about going for it here on 4th down? Flag down on the play. As boy, good looking run there from Calvin Cooper. The only question is, will it stand? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I think there was an illegal shift or something. I'd call it a legal procedure. I think they had too many guys on the line of scrimmage. Does that change your mind if you're Coach Tua Tagovailoa at all?
I think it has to. I mean, you know, had a 4th and 5. We really haven't seen them unleash Cooper throwing the ball down the field. You're now looking at a 4th and 10.
Well, We talked about it in the first half. I don't know if there is a not aggressive bone in his body. The offense is going to stay out on the field.
4th and 10 here for Fremont. Cooper has a man broken up on the play. Boy, that was Kaysen Torrey, the senior, coming in from that safety position. Timed it perfectly, Jeff, to break it up.
Yeah, he did time that really well, and that's a huge stop for this Alta defense. It's only a one-score game, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And now Alta, they're picking up all the momentum here. They get plus field position. Boy, I was with you. I thought for sure after the penalty, 4th and 10, you probably look to punt. But Coach Tua Tagovailoa, he's got here. He's the 2 seed. He's done it aggressively all season long. Feels a little bit like the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell. You can't change your DNA. If your DNA got you here, don't go away from it.
So Alta starting in Fremont territory at the 42. Brown, he's going to look deep. Thrown into coverage, and it's caught! What a grab inside the 10. It's 1st and goal Alta as it's Trevin Fabrizio.
Great pass by Brown and better catch in double coverage by Fabrizio.
In the sun.
Oh my gosh. And
there's a little sliver where that sun is right now, and he had to look through it.
What
Brings
a
it
play.
in. 1st and goal. Pagel in the backfield. Brown looking, end zone, touchdown, Alta. Evan Ink with his first touchdown reception of the game.
Man, and as quickly as they got the ball, Alta marches down the field and punches it into the end zone. They take the lead again, Dane. That drive, 2 plays, just 22 seconds come off the clock. You expect that firepower from Fremont, but we saw it from the Hawks on that play. My goodness.
Point after try, up, and good. 27-24, Alta retaking the lead. The long ball to Torrey, and then finished off by Ink for the Axio EV Alta touchdown. Of course, a reminder, under the lights and in the heart of their communities, tonight's game is brought to you by Alsco Uniform, locally owned and operated, proudly serving hometowns for over 135 years. From the first whistle to the final play, we keep teams and businesses looking their best. Thanks to Alsco Uniforms for sponsoring KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of Alta High football. It pays to keep clean.
Well, and the story for me right now, Dane, is the health of Manasseh Tua Tagovailoa. Was that a wrinkle that brought Calvin Cooper onto the field, or is it going to be Cooper the rest of the way? I think it's going to be Cooper.
Well, we may find out here as they come out, and it will be number 9 taken to the field. Again, Tua Tagovailoa, second quarter, they were kind of looking at his arm. Couldn't tell if it was elbow or wrist or forearm, but he will not come on here for this drive. And, of course, this Fremont team, all sorts of expectations. They had the big win week 1 against Weber. We do that game. They look unstoppable. The next week they go to take on Davis. They upset Davis on the road in overtime. You're thinking Fremont's one of the best teams in the state. Running to Corner Canyon, that happens. Had the upset loss to Farmington, where Moa didn't play, and really now being tested for one of the real first times in 5A at least. Their only losses are 6A, and boy, Alta's giving them a big battle here in this second round.
Yeah, Alta giving them fits, and we talked about coming into this game that Alta had started to find their stride those last couple weeks of the season, certainly in the first round against Roy.
Kept here by Cooper, looking left side, and kind of stood up there. Pick up about 2 on the carry.
You know, and there's a mental component that when Manasseh is not the guy who trots out, that Alta sideline is like, hey, we've got the lead and we got an opportunity. This would be a big play for Cooper if he can pick up the first down.
Inside 2 to go here in the third. Cooper Throwing it for Moa, has him, caught, first down Fremont. I mean, we've talked about, Jeff, we talked earlier on Rewind, cheat codes. Celeste Moa is probably the best cheat code in the state. There's players down here on both sides. There's a lineman down for Fremont, but for Alta, you've got, I'm going to call him their best corner, Riker Ellis, who's been matched up on Moa all game. Moa came down on top of him, so you got injuries here on both sides. His training staffs for both sides coming out to have a look. We'll step aside, injury timeout here at Fremont High School. We'll be back.
Have you ever wanted to get $2,000 more for your trade-in? Well, now you can with the power of 3. 1. Go to kbb.com or kellybluebook.com. 2. Put your VIN number and your miles in and get the value on your vehicle. And 3. Get into Generous Auto in the Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, where we're giving you $2,000 more than KBB for your trade-in. GenerousAuto.com, Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, creating smiles for miles.
Welcome back, and disappointing news for Fremont fans. They actually called that play back. There was a holding penalty, and I apologize. I didn't see the flag. The official made the call after we had gone to break. Fremont player was able to walk off. Meanwhile, for Alta, you could see Riker Ellis having to be helped off. That's a big loss to this Alta secondary, as it will be third down. And set up a screen here for Burton. And he'll pick up a couple yards, but not the yards needed. He'll bring up a 4th and 10 here from their own 20.
Good job by Cooper in the face of pressure just to get rid of that ball, much less complete it for positive yards. But the Alta defense, they know what they need to do on 3rd and long. They get the stop. Coach Tuatakaloa will bring on the punt team here. Alta has an opportunity to make this tough.
Yes, they do, and set up to get good field position as well. As we're inside a minute here in the 3rd quarter. As this high kick, fair catch, and they'll back away from it, take a Fremont bounce, and be downed at the 35.
Good punt and a big opportunity now for the Fremont defense to pick up a big stop, really help out their backup quarterback and their offense. It's been all Alta offense here in the second half. It's a big opportunity. You look at guys like Shepard and Masters, Moa from that safety spot, somebody to come up and make a big play.
First down, Alta back to the ground. Pagel. That right side, picking up 3. He only had 292, maybe 242. I don't know. I can't read my own handwriting coming into this one. And he's well over 100 tonight,
yeah,
Jeff.
He's played really well tonight.
As that will do it for this 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th. The Alta Hawks eyeing an upset from the Friendly Skies. We'll see if they can pull it off. 12 minutes away from doing so. We'll be back with the 2nd round of the 5A state playoffs after this.
Turf and Vine is a modern American steakhouse with premium cuts of beef, sustainably farmed poultry and seafood, plus house-made desserts. There is something for everyone. Create an evening to remember at Hoof and Vine.
My goodness. Celeste Moa from his safety spot comes down, lays down the big hit. And that's what this Fremont defense is going to need. You're going to need big plays from your best players, especially here on a 3rd down and 8.
Got some word from the sideline, nothing official, but would be surprised to see Tua Tagovailoa come back in this game with what we had heard. Again, we don't want to spread rumors or speculate or any of that, but if what we heard is true, he would not be able to come back in this one. As a 3rd down, throw over the middle, Bear Strong with the reception. Fremont defense able to wrap him up for a gain of just 5. We'll bring up a 4th down here.
Landon Palmer playing the linebacker spot there. Comes up with a big tackle. I would think that Alta punts this away, given how well that defense is played.
I'm kind of curious if they go for it here. I mean, you feel confident in your offense. You feel confident in your defense. Tua Tagovailoa hasn't been out the last 2 series. You don't know what's happening, what is, what isn't. But I kind of feel like this is your opportunity to maybe go and take a game. We'll see. Had a heavy package out there. Fremont did not jump. And they will take a timeout here. So timeout, Alta. They'll think about what they want to do here. We'll be back with their decision. Back, 4th down. Alta here will punt. I think the right call here, Jeff.
Yeah.
As that will be down to the 23, maybe the 24.
24-yard line.
10 minutes, 19 seconds left to play. I mean, no matter who was playing quarterback.
Well,
Oh, wow.
5's coming out. See, this is why we don't speculate, right? Like, because it makes Dane look really dumb. Here he comes.
He's tough, man.
He is tough. Tua Tagovailoa coming back out here on the field. And I think given like, he's got to be on the field for you to come back in this game. They'll run it on 1st down. Looking right side. Graham, nice lane. Able to take this up. Gain of 9 on the carry.
And I think that's, if you're an Alta coach now,
9 on the play.
can he make those throws? He had that big throw. That was the last throw he made. Big, deep throw downfield.
But it was
to Moa.
perfect.
And
Online,
it was beautiful. He struggled on those short throws.
They'll run again on 1st down here. Graham with another big carry here. Gain of 11 is a late flag coming in. We saw that one, that pink just floating through this October night sky.
Yeah, it looked like a game of badminton the way that the birdie just kind of flew up there, let everybody see it. And this one will come back. You know, whether he's healthy or not, if Graham's going to be able to run downhill like he has on these last couple of drives, that's going to help.
Yep. Another penalty here on Fremont. This is not making the home side fans of the officials tonight. Been a few calls they haven't agreed with.
I'm shocked that the home team doesn't like the calls against them.
Yeah.
It's a little surprising.
You know, it's universal, though. I mean, I was down in Tempe last week and had the same experience there. The home fans didn't like the officiating.
Weird.
I know. Who would have thunk? 1st and 15 here. Graham up the middle. Keeps on going. Man, took a licking near the end there, too, and a flag coming into the end. I think this will be an extra 15 tacked on for Fremont. That should draw some claps on the home side, right?
I would think so. I think they wanted a face mask along the way, and then
probably
the
could have
flag comes
gotten
in
one.
late. Probably could have got a couple of personal fouls here. And they get the face mask.
So that will help Fremont out. Would have been close to the 1st down. Here they will easily get it and cross midfield. And it has been Graham doing the lion's share from his running back position to start this drive.
And no Celesi Moa on the field for Fremont.
They'll run again. Graham slips through one tackle. He's got a lane. Graham 1st down inside the 35 to the 33. Boy, he is just inches away from breaking these runs for 6, Jeff.
Every single time. Look at the way that he plants that foot. And when he decides to go upfield, he doesn't mess around. He goes north and south quickly.
And now Alta rally going to come out here, be attended to. Official timeout. We will step aside for the injury. Be back. Fremont on the drive, trying to retake the lead here in the 2nd round of the state playoffs. Welcome back. So Rowley having to come off for this first down play.
Fremont from the 32-yard line.
And now we'll stop it here near side. Boy, there have been a lot of stoppages tonight. Injuries and penalties.
Yeah, I think what it is maybe the ref just he doesn't want to quite go trick-or-treating yet.
Well, the sun's setting. I mean, it's almost time. Can't leave that candy bucket out in front of my house much longer. It's going to be all gone. First down. Tua Tagovailoa looking for Moa. Ooh, incomplete. He got hands on it. Double coverage there.
I like the no call. There was some hand fighting and jockeying going both ways there. I think that's a good no call. That was the first pass we've seen from Tua Tagovailoa.
Yep.
It certainly looked
good.
okay.
Second down. They'll go back to the ground. Graham turning inside, able to surge ahead for a gain of 8. 7.
Fremont still Graham, the ball carrier.
And I think that Alta is feeling the absence of Cole Albrecht, their big defensive end, UNLV commit. He plays such an important role in this rush defense. To not have him on the field is a big deal.
He's a rebel with a cause. Eh?
Well done.
Yeah. Graham, boy, able to just miss out on losing a couple yards. Instead, it's just a loss of 1, and now fourth down and decision here for Coach Tua Tagovailoa.
I think this is an easy decision for Coach Nate. Some of the calls we've seen tonight, I think 4th and 4 inside the Alta 30. This is a quick one.
Big play for both teams. They've got to get to the 23-yard line to move the sticks. Tua Tagovailoa looking, thought about it, has a man, caught, and it's a first down. Slade Parker going up to reel this in.
What an impressive catch by Slade Parker to go up and get that ball. Tua Tagovailoa throws it up there, says go make a play, and there's another Alta guy down. But Slade Parker moves the chains on 4th and 4. Huge play for the Silverwolves.
Another injury timeout. Another Alta player down. We'll step aside, be back here as Fremont will have 1st and 10 at the 14 after this.
Have you ever wanted to get $2,000 more for your trade-in? Well, now you can with the power of 3. 1. Go to kbb.com or kellybluebook.com. 2. Put your VIN number and your miles in and get the value on your vehicle. Or 3. Get into Axio EV in the Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, where we're giving you $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in. AxioEV.com, creating smiles for miles.
Welcome back. If you've listened to Jeff and I do calls, you know, Jeff you're a northern guy. You live up here. So this is your neck of the woods. You really have no excuse on this question.
Yeah. I know where you're going, and
Food.
You're going to be real disappointed in this answer. So out here, and I say this with as much respect as I can, as one of you Fremont people, see that Maverick over there?
Yes.
That's probably your best bet within this vicinity. There's also a Sinclair to the south. It's about all that's out here.
Oh, Jeff. Come on. First down. They'll run. Graham. We'll pick up a couple here. I mean, I was okay to go regionally. It doesn't have to be in Plain City.
I just you gotta drive a little ways to get to really anywhere. There are some taco trucks just to the north that are really good. There's a breakfast place just to the south that's solid, but there's not a lot out here.
They'll run on second down. Graham. Alta is starting to maybe get attuned to the cause here as they limit that gain to just a couple. Bring up a 3rd and 6 here for Fremont. Certainly in field goal territory.
Now what is out here though? Green Acres Corn Maze. They bring in some barbecue. They close today, so you can't go. But
next year. Tua Tagovailoa looking to the back of the end zone. It's caught by Parker. Touchdown, Fremont.
What a gutsy throw by Tua Tagovailoa. He throws it into traffic and trusts his guy to go make a play. Slade Parker. That was the Slade Parker drive. He comes down with the catch, gets a foot down before he trots out of the back of the end zone for the go-ahead score with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to play. What a catch.
Great throw as well as the point after up. Good. 31-27. Fremont retaking the lead here with 6:50 to go in the fourth. Alta will get it when we come back. Welcome back. Alta set to receive this kickoff. Trailing. And here's a note, game in the 5A state playoffs. Woods Cross has defeated Olympus 13-6. That game was 46 in the regular season.
Yeah.
Olympus did a great job defensively against Woods Cross today, but too much for the Cats as Woods Cross advances to the quarterfinal.
Woods Cross, they're not a team you want to play when it gets cold. They play physical football.
Yes, they do. So it'll be a touchback off the kickoff. And
I feel like I've let down my people out here. If I could extend the Fremont boundaries a little bit, there's a Burley Burger. It's great,
yeah,
but you got to drive a little ways.
the
from
curds
here.
are good there.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a West Side Pizza that's out and around this area. I think that's a chain, but it's new to Utah. It's good.
Alta will run on first down, and not much room there. That blown up in the backfield.
That was Christensen again,
Yep.
number 44 on that tackle. He's had himself a whale of a football game
Yes, he
today.
has. A loss of one on the play. And really, Alta, when they've been able to be on schedule, the offense has been great. When they've gotten behind schedule,
It's been tough.
ability to dig out hasn't been consistent. We'll see if they can do so here. Just a loss of one. You can certainly manage that. They got to hurry here. Brown looking down the field, has a man. It's Morton with the reception. The first time Evan Morton has stretched the field, and that's a big play across midfield.
This is a dime from Tucker Brown. Hits his receiver in stride in double coverage, and Morton comes down with it. That's exactly what this Alta Hawk offense needed.
Ball spotted near the 43-yard.
So Alta in business. As field goal won't do them any good. They've got to get to the end zone, 43 yards away here from retaking the lead. They'll stay on the ground here. Pagel hit by Christensen after a gain of 5.
Out the sideline, I think they wanted a face mask or something, but I believe the play had been blown dead already.
It has gotten brisk, Jeff.
Yeah,
I'm feeling really good about my choices
I
now.
finally feel appropriately dressed.
Second down. That screen taken away, and Brown just has to eat it. Receiver was there.
Yeah,
Pagel
there's
design, or screen designed for Pagel.
some grumblings up from the sideline. I think you see that, that turf it into the ground. You want that to be grounding, but no, that's receiver's right there. That's a good play by Tucker Brown to have the awareness to know where his guy is and escape danger.
Third down. Apologies, that clock stopped with 5 to go. Pagel right side, big hit. Well, that's a big play coming up by Riker Shepard. We talk about his game tonight, Jeff. He's been great.
He has been great. It got started on that first drive with the fumble recovery. He steps up huge here. And really no decision to be made. This is a quick fourth down go decision. But man, a 4th and 5, 4th and 4, this is a huge play.
Huge play.
And look what formation they're coming in.
No surprise here. Pagel looking left, doesn't have the lane. The Fremont defense gets the stand. A couple of Silverwolves were there. Moa was one of them, Mathis Bell the other.
Celesi Moa from the safety spot. He sees that heavy formation come in, and he immediately reads it. He says, we've seen this 10 times today. I know where this ball is going. And he simply beats Pagel to the spot and comes up with an enormous 4th down stop. Now all the pressure's on this Alta defense.
So now the question is, if you're Fremont, can you establish the ground game enough, get a couple first downs to run this clock out? Alta needing to get a stop here. 1st and 10 Fremont. Fremont has 3 timeouts. Alta with just the 2. As you can see, trying to stay inbound and does on that run. But a gain of maybe 1 there.
And a really good play by big number 99, Lisiati Fevaliaki, to get a hold of Graham. Graham had a full head of steam, and Fevaliaki comes up with a big tackle.
They've got plenty of time on the play clock here. They will snap this. Tua Tagovailoa thought about it. Now gonna run it. Looking near side, and Tua Tagovailoa trying to stay in play, does. Able to pick up about 7 there. We'll set up a 3rd and 2 here for Fremont.
Yeah, and a great read by Tua Tagovailoa to tuck it and go pick up what he can. Steven Tua did a great job on pursuit, getting to Tua Tagovailoa behind the chains. Now it's a 3rd down and 2, and here you see Fremont huddle. You haven't seen this very much tonight, but they are gonna slow down.
Yeah, I was surprised they snapped that. There were still like 21 seconds on the play clock there. But you look at your DNA, right? Again,
it is, yep.
Stay with who you are. 3rd and 2 here. Stop here for Alta would be huge as we're inside 3 minutes. Play clock down to 5. Manasseh will keep it. No, yes he does, and able to just stretch ahead and pick up that 1st down. The helmet came off there for Manasseh. He'll have to come off the field.
I mean, that's a huge 1st down, goes without saying. The 2nd effort by Tua Tagovailoa to keep going.
We have another injury here on the field. We'll stop the clock. They'll come out, have a look. We'll step aside, be back here. 1st down, Fremont after this.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash your card.
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
So the injured player there was Newsy. And Jeff, you've talked about how big he's been up front for Alta on both sides. They'll miss him here on this 1st down play.
And look, it's tough. He's listed again. It's 332 pounds. It's tough to go both ways at that size, and you hate to see him go down with the injury.
Well, the reality is they just started the clock, and that play clock at 40. So again, Fremont can take a lot of time off here. Is 2.5 to go in regulation.
Cooper in because Tua Tagovailoa's helmet came off.
Throws out. Boy, I like this play. Out to Moa. Got to stay in. He doesn't. But I like that. Everyone's thinking run. They're planning run. You give him a safe throw. Get it to your athlete. I like that call.
Yeah, let him go make a play. Clock stops at 2:06.
Moa picks up 7 on the play.
And Tua Tagovailoa now comes back into the game. Alta with just the 2 timeouts, really 1 1st down makes this really, really tough to do.
Yes, it does. They'll run. And close to that 1st down. I think Chase Blanche might be just short, and timeout taken here by Alta. They'll use their 2nd with 1:58 to go. Timeout Alta. It'll be 3rd down for Fremont. when we come back after this.
For over 25 years, Tiburon Fine Dining has been one of Utah's premier restaurants. Their award-winning, contemporary American cuisine in a warm and friendly setting makes for the perfect night out. Make your next night out special at Tiburon Fine Dining. Hoof and Vine is a modern American steakhouse. With premium cuts of beef, sustainably farmed poultry and seafood, plus house-made desserts, there is something for everyone. Create an evening to remember at Hoof and Vine.
3rd and 1 for Fremont. Out to trying to get a stop, get that ball back. The Hawks have one more timeout, so they could stop it if they are able to limit Fremont here. But if Fremont gets a first down, Jeff, math is going to math. It looks really good for the home team.
Yeah, 1 first down, and this effectively ends it. And knowing this Fremont team, if you get the stop here, you got to turn around and get another one. Ooh.
Oh, and movement up front. Well, that's exactly what Alta needed. We'll back Fremont up, make it 3rd and 6 instead of the 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's tough, and they motion Tua Tagovailoa out, and it's Slade Parker who's taking that snap. And that's just tough when you hear that different cadence. The offensive line jumps, and now that's a huge
penalty.
Alta.
Yeah. They'll keep Tua Tagovailoa here out wide. Parker and Blanche in the backfield for Fremont. Parker running near side, trying to get the edge, turns in, tripped up, going to get the penalty yardage back, and that will be it as Alta now will take their final timeout. 1:50 left on the clock, and it will be 4th and 2. I mean, no question what's happening here, right, Jeff?
I would be really tempted, if it's me, to try to pin him deep and make this a long field. But knowing what we know about Coach Nate, I don't even think that's a thought at this point. 2 yards for the win, you feel really confident in your guys.
I think for me, if I'm not a coach, no one's given me an offer to be a coach. You all probably know why. I'm going for this. I'm like, guys, we're the 2 seed. We're at home. Like, we've been this team all year. Go get it. And, if we're the better team and we think we're the better team, we're going to go take it. And I think that's kind of the mindset they've had all year. I'd go for this.
Yeah, it's 100% who this Fremont team is if there's ever a question of what do, err on the side of aggression. And that's what they do.
They will go for it. 4th and 2 for Fremont. Parker looking for a seam, doesn't have it. Alta gets the stop. 1:45 left, and it's Alta Hawk football.
And you see it, they go to that Wildcat again, and it's Slade Parker, but Alta, they know he's not throwing the ball, just find the lane, string it out long enough to let somebody come and make a play. And that Alta defense, they step up big. Now 1:45 left and no timeouts.
So it will come down to this Fremont defense. And if you take out Corner Canyon, because they're Corner Canyon, the most points Fremont has given up in regulation this season, I think is 30 to Box Elder.
Wow.
Alta would have to break that to win it. Brown throws this to Pagel. Pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 6.
And now for Fremont, you look at what they've got on that side of the ball. Slade Parker and Celesi Moa in the back end of that defense. You know Alta has to push the ball downfield. Those two, they got to be licking their chops and an opportunity to make a big game-sealing play.
Empty backfield on 2nd down. Brown, quick throw over the middle, caught. Evan Morton trying to get wide. No, he's going to turn back to the middle. He's got this to the 38-yard line.
It was a heck of a catch by Morton.
Yes.
Tucker Brown threw that ball with some heat, and Morton goes out and snatches it out of the air. That was a heck of a play.
You see Alta to the line of scrimmage here quickly to snap it and clock it. We'll stop it with 1:25 left.
Tucker Brown spikes the football.
No timeouts left for Alta. 3 timeouts left for Fremont.
10 for the Hawks.
The winner to advance to take on the 7th-seeded Brighton Bengals in the quarterfinal. Five wide here again. Brown looking deep for Fabrizio, incomplete, and a flag comes in.
The home crowd doesn't like it, but you see that call so often, that deep ball down the sideline when it's underthrown and the receiver can't go back to get it. If that defender doesn't turn around and get his head, that ref is going to throw that 100% of the time. And Alta's going to pick up the penalty yardage here and have a shot at this one, Dane.
It's a smart throw by Tucker Brown, right? You've got single coverage on the outside. You're trying to get your receiver over the top, and if you throw that just slightly, you know there's going to be an opportunity for contact. You're going to force a decision to be made. 15 yards, moves Alta to the 23. Brown trying to buy some time. Will toss this over the top, incomplete. Kind of between a couple of receivers downfield, and maybe fortunate on that play.
There was a lot of contact. You could have maybe had a hold in the backfield. You could have maybe had a pass interference in the end zone. It's the playoffs, man. There's a minute left. Everybody.
Playoffs?
This is wild. Seems like there were 22 guys almost down on the ground on that play. Yeah. This is fun.
Second down for Tucker Brown. As strong, caught. First down for Bear. Boy, he looked like he wanted to pitch that, didn't he?
Why not? Why not?
He thought he had a trailer with him.
I think he did want to pitch it. Alta going to get on the ball and clock it.
As we're inside a minute. There it is. I'll stop the clock. 56 seconds left, second and goal.
Well, Dane, people thought we were crazy when we said, hey, the 15-2, that's the game of the week.
Hey.
We're not so crazy.
High five.
We're not so crazy.
It's been a great one.
We're not crazy. They're crazy.
That's right. Second and goal. Alta trying to stun 5A. Would be a major upset. Bootleg. Back of the end zone. Will dump it underneath, incomplete. Boy, I thought that he had Ayink in the back of the end zone open. Just didn't see him.
I think so. I think that 14, it was the high route, and it broke a little bit late, but he had his guy. If Tucker Brown could have seen him, the pressure was coming from that far side.
Would have to buy just an extra second, right, if he could have found a way to do that. Third down. Trips at the bottom of the formation. Brown. And that is should have been intercepted. It was not. Bear Strong thought there was contact there. That was nearly a pick six for Fremont, as you had Tristan Mann making a break. And Alta lives for another play.
Yeah, Tristan Mann could have come up with this one. Slade Parker from that safety spot. As we look at that replay, 2 Fremont Silverwolves saw 6. And the game winner.
Here's your ball game. Fremont trying to cheer on their defense, and they will take a timeout as they want to make sure they are all set up for this one. What a game, Jeff,
What a game. My goodness, this is what you want out of playoff football.
For one of these teams, season ends tonight. What has stood out to you about the two performances we've seen from these two teams tonight?
The fight, the grittiness from both of these teams. You look at that Alta team, they come in as the 15 seed. Season maybe hasn't gone as they wanted to, but they never quit. You have all the opportunities still in front of you. Maybe the path is tough. You got to come up here, take on the 2 seed. But Alta kept fighting. And then you look at the resiliency on Fremont. They keep falling down. They're dealing with injuries. Their quarterbacks are coming in and out. Yet they keep fighting in the fourth quarter, come up with big plays when they need to. the toughness and the grittiness from both of these sidelines. It's what makes high school football so special. These guys aren't getting paid. Most of these guys, if their season ends today, that's it. That's their football career. And they're out here putting it all on the line so that we can be entertained. I mean, what an incredible display of toughness from both of these sidelines.
I've been really impressed with the Alta run game tonight. I think it's been huge for them in this ball game, and I love the balance that they've maintained. And for Fremont, you talk about the resilience. That was my thing too, right? Hadley's not going tonight. You've got Tua Tagovailoa in and out. You've got guys dinged up. It's been a great battle. Here you go. 4th and goal. Last chance for Alta. They'll motion Pagel out. Brown looking to the end zone. Incomplete, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, you take a look at the replay. Tucker Brown, first route wasn't there. He comes back to the other side of the field. There's a lot of contact, but there's a lot of contact.
I feel like both are looking for the ball there. Officials are talking. They both have, opportunity to be watching that play. I'm waiting to see how they come out of this. I felt like the defenders there trying to make a play on the ball. We'll see. We'll get a sense watching the Alta reaction. It's going to be a pass interference.
I'm with you, Dane. That felt like you had two guys going for the football. A lot of contact going both ways. It's going to break Alta's way. That one's tough to swallow if you're a Fremont fan.
Here's the thing. There's no automatic first down on that. So it's 4th down from the 5. Brown looking to the end zone. Incomplete. Evan Morton was the intended target.
Look at the coverage by Tristan Mann.
He did get his hand in there. I was wondering if he did or not. Show that again. Show that replay one more time, and Tristan Mann makes the play. Because Morton's open. This is a good throw. That late swipe, there you have it.
Wow.
What a play.
That's a heck of a play by Tristan Mann. That ball is caught. He comes in with the arm swipe to break that up. Number 12 with the play of the game.
I remember he nearly had that interception.
Yeah.
Right? Had that kind of bounce out, and he ends up making the game play. Resiliency.
Absolutely.
That's what we both said about Fremont.
That was tough because Alta got on the ball quick.
Yes, they did. As Tua Tagovailoa runs it here, no timeouts for Alta. That will do it. Boy, it was a gutty effort by the Hawks on the road. The pass interference gave them the 4th and goal from the 5, and Fremont able to make the defensive stand, Jeff.
Yeah, just really the discipline. I could not be more impressed with the way that Fremont got set. The Alta gets back on the ball after the penalty. They go quick. They know that they still only got one shot, and I think their hope is that Fremont is not ready for that. But Fremont, and especially Tristan Mann, they're in their spots. They know what they're doing. They didn't get rattled, and they're there, and Tristan Mann is there to make the play of the game to seal this playoff win for the Silverwolves.
The 2nd-seeded Fremont Silverwolves will advance. They'll be right back here in a week to take on the 7th-seeded Brighton Bengals as Fremont defeats Alta 31-27. Thank you so much for joining us. What a fantastic game tonight. This Alta team, love the way they closed out the year. Love their fight tonight, their battle. Boy, they had them that close, but they come up just shy here in the second round of the 5A state playoffs. We'll have more playoff action for you next week. We'll also have semifinals, championships. You're going to want to stick with us on KSLSports.com as we take you all the way to state champions in every classification right here on KSLSports.com. Have a great night. We'll see you next time on KSL Sports Rewind.